The call came while I was standing in the hallway outside my father's study, my hand still on the cold brass handle. My sister's name lit up the screen. I didn't answer. Inside the room, the safe door was open. Papers lay exposed, neat and deliberate, like a confession left out on purpose. I could smell my father's cologne clinging to the air, sharp and expensive, the scent of decisions made without me. The phone buzzed again, then a text. "We need to talk, please." My parents used to say it gently, as if softness made it hurt less. "You're the spare twin, a contingency, a backup plan, something you keep in case the real thing breaks." They said my sister was the one. I learned early how to stand still while being erased. The will lay open on the desk. My name appeared once, hers appeared everywhere else. But tucked beneath the official pages was a thin folder my father never meant for her eyes. I opened it, and the world tilted. Because proof doesn't shout, it waits. And I finally understood why my sister was calling. She didn't want to talk, she wanted what was mine. Growing up, I was invisible by design. Same face, same birthday, different value. She was praised, I was compared. She inherited attention the way some people inherit money, effortlessly, undeservedly. When she failed, it was a phase. When I succeeded, it was inconvenient. My parents never hid it, they just wrapped it in logic. She's fragile, she needs more. You're strong, you'll understand. I always did, until the funeral. My sister cried loudly, dramatically, collapsing into arms that had never held me. I stood behind her, dry-eyed, watching people mistake volume for grief. Afterward, she cornered me near the car. "You won't contest the will," she said. Not a question. I looked at her, really looked, and for the first time I noticed the fear under her certainty. That night, the memories shifted. Little things surfaced. Hospital whispers, my mother's sudden silences, my father's guarded glances whenever inheritance came up. Something had always been wrong, I just hadn't been worth the explanation. I didn't confront anyone, I watched. I requested records under the guise of closure, birth certificates, hospital logs, insurance documents, dates that didn't line up if you stared long enough. I hired a private lab, paid in cash, no names. The waiting was surgical, controlled. I smiled when expected. I nodded at condolences. I answered my sister's calls with calm politeness. Inside, something old and furious was waking up. At night, I replayed my childhood like evidence footage, the favoritism, the way my father corrected my posture but never hers, the way my mother avoided my eyes whenever blood type charts came up in school. I wasn't paranoid, I was late. When the lab email arrived, I didn't open it right away. I made tea, I sat down, I breathed, because whatever was inside had already been true long before I read it. The report was clinical, bloodless, precise. She wasn't his, I was. The words didn't sting. They clarified. My sister had been the chosen one because she was the secret, the affair, the mistake dressed up as destiny. My parents had built her throne on guilt, and I had paid for it with absence. I invited her over. No anger, no drama. I slid the report across the table. "Read," I said. She laughed at first. Then she stopped. Her hands shook. Her face folded inward, collapsing under the weight of a truth she'd never prepared for. "This is fake," she whispered. I watched her the way she'd watched me my entire life, like I was nothing. "No," I said softly, "it's thorough." She cried, bargained, blamed them, blamed me. I felt nothing. "I just want what Dad intended," she said eventually. That was the moment. I told her about the second will, the one amended quietly, the clauses triggered by proof of lineage, the trust she could never access because it wasn't built for her. I told her I'd already filed the documents. She reached for me. I stepped back. You were never my rival, I said. You were my cover. Her inheritance vanished without a fight, not because I took it, because it was never hers. The house, the accounts, the legacy, all redirected with calm efficiency. I didn't raise my voice. I didn't have to. I don't hate my parents. Hate requires attachment. I don't pity my sister. Pity suggests equality. I walk through the house now alone, touching nothing. Ownership feels unnecessary when clarity has already paid out. I was never the spare. I was the truth they buried to protect a lie, and lies eventually ask for interest. I leave the house empty.